Welcome to another episode of CHILIpulse, the space we created to give you actionable insights on all things Chili graphics. In today's episode, we'll have a closer look at RELATIALAI, a product developed by Network P, one of our partners from Germany. Today with me is Jens, partner at Network P. Hi Jens, welcome.
Hi Bram.
Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you for having me.
Great.
Yep.
Can you explain for our audience what is RELATIALAI?
Okay, so RELATIALAI is a product we launched 3 years ago. So we created a marketing portal, but this is based on many projects we're doing for the last 10 years, helping brands and clients to optimize their MarTech stack, their MarTech infrastructure, and how to interact with several entities or units in their marketing and sales world.
Yeah. So before you had the product, you acted as consultants with customers, and you saw similar patterns.
Yeah. So typically, companies come to us and ask us for help to streamline their workflows, streamline their output, make better quality marketing material. And in this context, you come along a lot of situations or a lot of history in marketing where a lot of manual work is done, a lot of email, a lot of copy and paste, a lot of Excel, and with more channels, more demands, more globalization. They needed to find a way how to do their daily work. So how to keep going, how to deliver results. And there we had several projects with more or less the same outcome. And then 3 or 4 years ago, at that time, we had 3 identical projects at the same time. And so we say, okay, then maybe let's start a product.
It's time to start a product company.
Yeah.
And that's how RELATIALAI was born.
That's how RELATIALAI was born, yes.
All right. Well, great. RELATIALAI, what's part of RELATIALAI? And you told me in the beginning, it's also open to connect to other tools. Can you give us a bit of the global structure?
Yeah. So if you're working for companies like Mercedes-Benz, Stihl, Kelch, Trum, for example, to name some of our customers, they all bring stuff to the table. They all have a DAM system. They all have a PIM system. They all have existing applications in place. And so one important step for us, or important move for us, was to say, okay, you can. We don't want to get rid of everything you have. Just bring it to our platform. So we have an API first structure or product structure, and so we can easily integrate all those applications into our platform. So for the end user, he gets all the tools and all the marketing materials at one place.
Yeah, great. I think you mentioned API first. That's also one of our slogans. We are also API first, a very strong believer. I think that's where we found each other also to work together. Looking at Chili GraFx, where does the Chili GraFx platform fit into your brand portal?
Yeah. So the second big decision we made, we thought about how to make it really useful for marketing people, sales people, with different skill levels or different time of usage. So some of the users just need it once a year, others use it daily, and how to make this work, how to not spend a lot of time in training or onboarding. And so we decided, okay, let's use something as a workflow engine that everyone knows. And that was an e-commerce web shop for. And then we started to use Magento 2 as a universal workflow for every kind of marketing material that's needed. We can put it in that workflow, and what our clients tell us, wow, it's easy. We don't do trainings. They just know how things are. And so we used an integration and a connector from Magento 2 to CHILI GraFx, and that's a perfect match for us.
Great. And to make it very practical, what does Chili do in the platform? Where do people interact with with one of our products?
Yeah. So we're always thinking in 3 layers. So the first layer is the platform layer where all the applications are managed.
Yeah.
The second layer is the web shop where all the marketing material is managed. And the third layer, this is when Chili comes in. So in every use case, you need customization, individualization, contextualization. Then the order button leads directly to Chili GraFx.
All right. Maybe let's have a look. I saw you prepared a short demo. Where do we start?
Okay, so this is the latest release of our product, and this is our current demo shop we are using for a fake mobility brand or a fake mobility company called Move. And now I'm on this first layer. I'm on the portal layer. So this layer manages all the user rights, the roles and rights management. And this is also important with API first. We don't want to do the user management at our end. We can easily connect to the Active Directory, single sign-on, Azure, Okta, you name it. The companies already have in place. And we just connect our platform to that.
I think that's very important also for security, that you can check off if people are onboarded, offboarded at the customer, that the platform follows.
And this will get even stricter in the future. So I'm quite happy that we've done our homework at that end. So, and then if I'm for different sections I can use, but the main section is the apps and campaigns. And in the apps and campaigns, this is the hub where our web shop is placed, but also where the other tools are placed, the customer brings to the table. So a CRM system, a PIM system, whatsoever, that can be there standalone, but we also can integrate it in GraFx directly. So in my template, I can also take data from those sources. So, and then I enter the brand shop. That's our Magento 2 solution, where I offer different kind of marketing materials, and some of them are templates. And so we have different kind of materials. I can filter them, I can select them. And in this demo case, we have digital and print templates. And if we're looking at the animated templates, this is our GraFx Studio connector. So I'm choosing a social media banner, I have a description, what I can do it, how do I use it, and then I start the configuration.
And just like you said, this is really like an e-commerce experience for B2B. People go in and now they are presented with the options they can add onto the template.
We always say, if you're able to order shoes online, you also can create marketing. It's basically the same. And this is how it's currently done. And here I have an animated social media template. Really smooth, uses everything GraFx Studio is currently capable. And this is how it works.
So, and what I can do as a consumer, I can change some of the exposed fields. For example, I could imagine you can change the slogan or the background or...
in this case, we have different images.
Okay. So then a consumer can produce their own content and then push it to their social media.
So our standard workflow is self-service publishing, because again, every company has a different setup. So we can, like we are API first, we also API last, if you want to put it like that. So yes, we can push it to their other tools and channels, but the standard would be, okay, I'm happy with that. I'm checking that out. And then I have it in my my profile. So I have all the documents I finished. I find my drafts, and now I can download it. I can share it. I can create a copy. So if I want to do an adaptation, so I get really, really fast, can do the adaptations in seconds. And we also created features like sharing and collaboration. So sharing a template with a colleague or working together with a colleague on the same template. So to get things moving.
And you mentioned this is digital now for social media. For you also mentioned print. Is that a similar workflow?
It's the same workflow, but we're using a different connector. But it's the same workflow. I pick the template, and then I start editing. And it looks the same. Yes, I can choose an image. And with this example, I want to show you our newest feature. That's our AI assistant.
Okay.
I know everyone is talking about AI, but we've now created our little helper here.
Yeah.
And what I like about it is we're currently focused on content creation, so helping the end user, in this case, for example, to create a text. And the first thing I like, if I say, okay, I want to generate a text, the assistant recognizes what's been offered in the template. So in this case, he knows, oh, there's a speech bubble, there's a headline, there's a copy. So, cool, I want to do something for the speech bubble. And the second thing that's currently a big issue for our clients, because they're asking, okay, I want to use AI, but I also want to use it in a safe way, because I want to have it in my tone of voice. I want to have my brand message. I want to have my products spelled correctly. And I want to have correct product information. And so we found a way to create this language model, and we can easily adjust it to those needs of the brand. So we can upload their brand guidelines, we can upload their product information, and we can create, what's the wordings that are allowed and what's the wordings that are not allowed. And this gives a lot of context for the language model, and this really helps it to use AI in a brand safety way. So in this context, this car is called Nebula, but I guess the language model hasn't heard of Nebula before. So what should I write? And say, okay, I need something about Nebula.
I can imagine, especially since it's a fictitious brand for the demo portal, so it doesn't know a lot of context.
Correct. And so I say, okay, I need anything.
Yeah.
So let's look.
But
it's showing up.
What it's now making, it uses the context that you provided to help you create a text.
Yeah, correct. And now because the product information we uploaded is that Nebula is a city car, is for urban use, and so I get fitting headlines. So Nebula Agile Urban Adventure, for example. Oh, I like that, and I just click on it, and it's already in the template. And this also makes it using very easy to get to the marketing material you need.
Yeah, it's a matter of a few clicks. So great. No, that looks promising. What would you say is the biggest impact for your customers?
So the biggest impact is to save time and resources for stuff that's not really necessary. So many of our clients had the problem that they spent too much time on just creating adaptations for marketing material. So a lot of millimeter work, a lot of emails, a lot of PDFs going back and forth for approval. And that has all been shifted to the end user. So they're also happy because they're getting their marketing material in 2 minutes instead of waiting 2 weeks. So they get their things fast. And the marketing departments, they really now have time to focus on how to make better campaigns, how to create better ideas. So I think it's also for them a lot more enjoyable to think about, okay, what can we do? How can we make this campaign better instead of, oh, I need this in 2 millimeter more and with a changed headline. And also by using a platform that is data-driven, they also get a lot of insights on what material has been used, which sales team is using the platform, which country is using the platform. And so you get in a cycle of constant, making things better.
Yeah. Well, great. What would you say is next? What are you looking forward to in the next steps of the development of the platform?
So we're really excited about rolling out a studio. And there the biggest challenge at the moment is that a lot of our customers, especially in Germany, they all have a print background and they know how print works. And they're sometimes lacking the imagination on how can our campaigns in a digital or an animated world function. And so to help them to rethink their campaigns or develop with them templates in studio for animated content. That's really exciting. That's work we have to do. We have to help them. We have to assist them. We have to inspire them. But as you see, it's that easy to interact with GraFx Studio. So I think this also be a joyful job.
Well, great. Jens, thank you so much for explaining all this and showing how easy it is to use the relational platform, and happy to see that GraFx Studio gets integrated there. Thanks again for being on the podcast. And I would also thank the audience for, again, listening to these episodes. And if I can reach out and tease the audience, if you want to say how easy it is to work with CHILI GraFx, we have a discovery environment. So reach out and we can set up a demo environment for you. And other than that, I would say thank you for listening and viewing, and see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.
Bye.